Hey everyone, welcome back to the podcast. So good to see you again. I'm Mr. B.
And I'm Anna. We're really happy you're here today.
So, Anna, something interesting happened to me at the coffee shop this morning. The barista asked me, "How are you?" And I said my usual, "I'm fine, thanks." But then she looked at me and said, "Really? Because you don't look fine. You look stressed."
Oh, she could tell you weren't actually fine?
Exactly. And that's when I realized we always say "I'm fine" in English even when we're not. But there are so many better words to describe how we really feel. And by the end of this episode, you'll know dozens of feeling words that native speakers actually use. Plus, I'll show you the one feeling that English speakers talk about more than any other. You'll never guess what it is.
Ooh, I'm curious now. Okay, everyone. Today we're talking about feelings and emotions.
Yes, and this is so important because feelings are part of every single conversation. How are you? How was your day? What's wrong? We talk about feelings constantly.
So true. And I think a lot of English learners only know basic words like happy and sad.
Exactly. But there are so many more, and using the right feeling word makes you sound natural and fluent.
Okay, so let's start with the basics. What are some common positive feelings?
Great question. Let's start with happy. Everyone knows this one. I'm happy. I feel happy. That makes me happy.
Yes, happy is the most basic positive feeling. But are there other words for happy?
Oh yes, so many. For example, excited. This means you're happy about something that's going to happen. I'm excited about my vacation. I'm excited to see you.
Oh, so excited is happy plus anticipation, looking forward to something?
Exactly. Perfect explanation. Here's another one. Joyful. This is like deeply happy, very happy. I feel joyful today. It was a joyful celebration.
That sounds more intense than just happy.
Yes, and here's a fun one. Cheerful. This means happy and energetic. You're in a good mood. She's always so cheerful. He was in a cheerful mood this morning.
I love that word, cheerful. It sounds so positive.
Right? Okay, here's another category. Feeling good but calm, not excited, just content, peaceful.
Oh, what words describe that?
Relaxed. I feel so relaxed today. I'm feeling relaxed after my vacation. This means you're calm, not stressed, peaceful.
That's a great feeling. What else?
Peaceful? I feel peaceful. It's so peaceful here. This is similar to relaxed, but quieter, more serene.
Serene. That's a beautiful word.
Yes, serene is like perfectly calm and peaceful. The lake was so serene. I feel serene when I meditate.
These are all good feelings. What about feeling good because of something you did?
Ah, great question. Proud. I'm proud of you. I feel proud of my work. This means you feel good about an achievement.
Yes, like accomplishment. You did something well.
Exactly. And here's another one. Grateful or thankful. I'm grateful for my family. I feel thankful for this opportunity.
Oh, grateful means you appreciate something.
Yes, you recognize the good things you have, you feel thankful for them. I'm so grateful for your help.
That's such a nice feeling to express. Okay, what about negative feelings? Nobody wants to feel bad, but we need to know these words too.
Absolutely. Let's start with sad. This is the basic one. I'm sad. I feel sad today. That movie made me sad.
Everyone knows sad, but are there different levels of sad?
Oh yes, for example, disappointed. This is when something didn't happen the way you wanted. I'm disappointed that the event was canceled. I feel disappointed about the results.
So, disappointed is sad because of unmet expectations?
Perfect explanation. Here's another level. Upset. This is stronger than sad. I'm upset about what happened. She's really upset right now.
And upset can be sad or angry?
Good point. Yes, upset is in the middle. It's emotional distress. Could be sad, could be angry, could be both.
What about really, really sad?
Heartbroken. I'm heartbroken. She was heartbroken when her dog died. This is deep emotional pain, usually about relationships or loss.
That's a strong word. What about worried feelings?
Ah, yes, anxious. I feel anxious about the test. I'm anxious about meeting new people. This means worried and nervous.
So, anxious is fear about the future?
Exactly. You're worried about what might happen. Here's another one, stressed. I'm so stressed. I feel stressed about work. This means too much pressure, too much to do.
Oh, everyone knows that feeling. Too many things to handle.
Yes, and here's a related one, overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed by all this work. This means it's too much. You can't handle it.
So, stressed is pressure and overwhelmed is too much pressure?
Exactly. Overwhelmed is the stronger version. Now, let's talk about angry feelings.
Okay, what are different levels of angry?
Let's start with annoyed. This is slightly angry, small irritation. I'm annoyed by the noise. That's annoying.
So, annoyed is little anger, something bothers you.
Yes, it's the mildest form of anger. Now, frustrated. I'm frustrated. This is so frustrating. This is when something doesn't work and you feel stuck, annoyed about lack of progress.
Oh, like when your computer doesn't work? So frustrating.
Perfect example. Now, mad or angry. These are the same, medium level anger. I'm mad at you. I'm angry about this situation.
And really, really angry.
Furious. I'm furious. He was furious about the mistake. This is extremely angry, very strong anger.
Wow, so many levels, from annoyed to furious.
Exactly. And using the right word shows exactly how you feel. Now, let's talk about tired feelings,
Yes, because tired is very common.
right? So, tired is basic. I'm tired. I feel tired. But exhausted is stronger. I'm exhausted. I'm so exhausted. This means extremely tired. No energy left.
Oh, so exhausted is beyond tired.
Yes, and here's another one, drained. I feel drained. I'm emotionally drained. This means all your energy is gone, like a battery with no power.
Oh, that's a great image, drained like a battery.
Exactly. Okay, what about confused feelings?
Confused? You mean when you don't understand?
Yes, I'm confused. I feel confused about this. You don't understand what's happening. Now, here's a stronger one. Lost. I feel lost right now. I'm lost right now. This means you don't know what to do. You feel directionless.
Oh, so lost is more than confused. It's like emotional confusion?
Exactly. And here's another one. Uncertain. I'm uncertain about my decision. I'm uncertain about the future. You're not sure. You don't feel confident.
These are all so useful. What about surprise feelings?
Good one. Surprised. I'm surprised. That was surprising. This is basic surprise. Now, shocked is stronger. I'm shocked. I was shocked by the news. This is big surprise, almost like you can't believe it.
And amazed?
Amazed is positive surprise. I'm amazed by this. That's amazing. You're impressed and surprised in a good way.
I love these distinctions, so many options. Now, how do we actually use these words in conversation?
Great question. There are three main ways. First, I'm plus the feeling. I'm happy. I'm excited. I'm tired.
That's the most common way.
Yes, super simple. Second way, I feel plus the feeling. I feel sad. I feel anxious. I feel grateful.
Oh, I'm or I feel. Is there a difference?
Not really. They're almost the same. I feel sounds slightly more temporary, like right now, but honestly, native speakers use both.
Got it. What's the third way?
You make me feel, or that makes me feel. This shows the cause. You make me feel happy. That makes me feel sad. This situation makes me feel stressed.
Oh, that's useful. You're explaining why you feel that way.
Exactly. Okay, let's practice some real conversations. Anna, how are you feeling today?
Well, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm a little tired because I didn't sleep much, but I'm excited to record this podcast. How about you?
I'm feeling great. I was stressed earlier about work, but now I feel relaxed. Recording with you always makes me feel happy.
Oh, that's so sweet. See, everyone, that was a natural conversation using feeling words.
Exactly. Now, let me reveal the secret I promised, the feeling that English speakers talk about most.
Yes, tell us, what is it?
It's tired. We talk about being tired all the time.
Really? Tired?
Yes, think about it. I'm so tired. I'm exhausted. I'm tired of this. We say it constantly,
That's so true. Everyone is always tired.
right? Modern life. So remember, if you want to sound like a native speaker, talk about being tired.
Okay, let's give everyone some practice questions. Mr. B, what makes you feel happy?
Good question. I feel happy when I spend time with my family. I feel joyful when I see my students improve their English. What about you?
I feel happy when I listen to music, and I feel grateful when my friends support me.
Beautiful. Okay, Anna, what makes you feel stressed?
Oh, I feel stressed when I have too many deadlines. I get overwhelmed when I have to do too many things at once. What stresses you?
I feel stressed when I'm stuck in traffic, and I feel frustrated when technology doesn't work.
Everyone feels frustrated about technology. Okay, everyone, now it's your turn to practice.
Yes, in the comments, answer these questions in English.
Question 1. How are you feeling today? Use at least 2 feeling words.
Question 2. What makes you feel happy? What makes you feel stressed?
Question 3. Describe a time you felt surprised or excited.
Don't worry about perfect grammar. Just practice using these feeling words. We'll help you.
We read every single comment and we reply to everyone.
And if you learned new ways to express your feelings today, hit that like button.
Yes, give us a thumbs up. Talking about feelings makes your English sound natural and human.
And subscribe to Podcast by Mr. B for more real English conversations.
We teach practical English for daily life, not boring textbook stuff.
Every episode helps you sound more fluent and confident.
So remember, like, comment with your feelings, and subscribe.
Express yourself. Don't just say, I'm fine, when you're not. Use these amazing feeling words.
Your English will sound so much more natural and interesting.
Thank you so much for learning with us today.
Now go practice. Tell someone how you really feel in English.
See you in the next episode. Take care of yourselves.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.